today's story. So this story was told to me by Yossi Parish. Again, a story about the Bioel. Yossi Parish being the Bioel's nephew. His mother is a Bioel's sister. So he told me as follows. The Bioel told him that once Ibn Nissen came to the Bioel with a question. Chassidus excused himself. The question had to do, he said, remember the subject matter was Hashem's constant investment in creation, the slapshus of the Dvar Hashem, the investment of Hashem's creative word in creation. He had some kind of question. And Ibn Nissen said to the Bioel that it's, just remember Ibn Nissen is a 15 episode of him, Beinani of Tanya. Ibn Nissen was a legend in his own lifetime. And there's levels of Beinani, friends, and he was a higher level Beinani. Not that I'm a judge, but at any rate, so Nissen tells Abiel, I mean, he's sorry to disturb him, but it's Negel, Ikri Amunda. I mean, this is a question, a fundamental question, Hashem's unity, creation. To which Abiel said, he heard the question, he said, I don't know. So the Bioel subsequently told, this was a message here to Yossi Parish. He says he knew the answer, but he didn't want to say. So Yossi was shocked. Why didn't you tell him listen the answer? So Bioel said, I should tell him listen the answer. Listen, the venerable elder Chassid, and I'm going to set him straight. Out of respect, he didn't answer it. Why did he care? Reminds me of another story. It's similar, it's related. It's respect. I've told this before, and I think it's a story that needs to be repeated often. I heard the story from Manis Friedman. He was witness to this. It was one Shabbos afternoon, and he was walking together with Rabbi Shimon Dvorkin, Olav Shalom. He was the Rav in Crown Heights, the Rav of Lubavitch, actually. He was the Rebbe's Rav. Any questions were directed to him. Didn't have any children. He lived next door to 770s. Big London. Anyway, so they're walking up Kingston Avenue, and a newlywed couple, comes over, and he has a question. So the Rav, it was a halachic question, I think, in Shabbos, something in Shabbos with the blech, with the pot. And Reb Zalman Shimon says, good question, and I'll get it back to you. I'll come at mincha, whatever. And thank you. The couple continued, and Manis is walking with the story. Manis is walking with Reb Zalman Shimon, and Reb Manis says to him, to the Rav, a very simple answer. It wasn't a complicated question, and anybody who knows basically Hilchos Shabbos knows the answer. So Shimon said to him, if I would have given the answer right away, he would have been embarrassed in front of his wife. Answer the question. So I didn't answer right away. It's a good question. Not to lower the esteem of the husband in the eyes of the wife. It's a similar story to the Bioel about answering the Nissen. Now, just back to the Manis story, I just want to add, continuing that further. A marriage is sacred, it's Kodesh HaKadoshim. We have to be careful in the presence of a couple not to say anything that puts one down in the eyes of the other. Amongst each other, we can rib each other. Chassidim should do that, and it's healthy. But never in the presence of a spouse, not one or the other. That is, you know what that is? That is going into the Kodesh HaKadoshim when you don't belong. That's Kodesh HaKadoshim. That relationship is sacred. And the other side of that, of course, is to look, if the opportunity presents itself, to say something to one spouse complimentary about the other is an incredible mitzvah and virtue. There's nothing greater. And we have to catch ourselves because and sometimes we can be careless. And even if the slightest making a joke, you have to know you're treading on Kodesh HaKadosh. Just don't go there. You want to say something, the guy was wrong. It's absolutely wrong. He's got to be corrected. Yeah, you'll do that in private, not in front of the spouse or she, whatever the case may be. Very, very important lesson. The respect of, period. The Yale story is respect of another Jew, period. An elder Jew, but how much more so when it comes to a couple and their relationship. Nobody, nothing should get in between there. On the contrary, if anything, just to respect it and accord it honor and the prestige and reverence that it deserves. Have a wonderful day.
Safe flight. Sei gesund.
We'll see you from Seattle, Mitzvah tomorrow. If I don't get up, please wake me. No, I'll be up. I'll get up. Mitzvah.